Hey guys, Brendan here from Exotic Cars 19. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm filming with the GoPro and it's pretty windy. But I'm going to go ahead and take this 2011 Chevy Camaro RS for a quick drive with a point of view camera. Just going to go ahead and do a walk around video. Alright, so we're in this 2011 Chevy Camaro RS. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And yeah, so what I noticed driving it here is pretty loud road noise and air conditioning. So for you guys to hear me, I'm probably just going to have to power everything off down here. And hope you guys can hear me. And just for precaution, I'm going to go ahead and record audio or video on my phone and then just use the audio from that. Alright, let's power on this GoPro right here. And we're ready and sync. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and buckle up here. So just a warning, I'm probably going to compare this car to my Subaru BRZ quite often, just because that's really the only thing I can compare it to. And the seat belt is not wanting to go straight, so we're having problems already. Alright, there we go. Alright, so yeah, it's pretty cold out, and no air conditioning or heating or anything like that, because what I noticed driving over here is it's pretty loud. Like the heaters and everything like that just work so hard, and it's so loud, and it doesn't do a whole lot. So already I want to compare it to my BRZ, because the BRZ, one thing I like about it is that it seems like it's not working all that hard. And it'll get you cool on a hot day, and it'll get you warm on a cool day. So, but anyway, another thing I noticed when I'm driving down here, which you know what, I'll probably just get to when we start driving. So this is the RS, meaning it's a V6. It makes 312 horsepower, and it's an automatic transmission. What we're gonna do is put in M for manual, and that way it's holding onto the gears a little bit longer, and I can shift with the paddle shifters. They're just buttons right here. They look like paddle shifters. I don't know if this GoPro is going to catch it, but it's a plus and minus right here. There's a little plastic fin that sticks out. So yeah, I don't think there's any, I don't know if this GoPro can see it too, but there's a nice little heads-up display right there. There we go. So when I shift a gear, it'll tell me what gear I'm in. There we go. So yeah, I am definitely not as confident in this car as I am in the BRZ, obviously just because I'm not driving it as often. But yeah, so what you hear all the time about this car is the visibility, and everything you hear, it's pretty much true. Visibility is a bit limited here. Man, I'll give it to this car though, it sounds good. For being a V6, definitely not the best sounding V6. I'm sure that title goes to the Jaguar F-Type V6. V6S, but it definitely sounds good. Yeah, this is my first time actually using paddle shifters or just an automated manual kind of transmission, if you know what I'm saying. It's kind of fun here. So hopefully, maybe if I duck my head, you'll be able to tell. But there's a heads-up display down here, and when you when you downshift or upshift, it'll put a number out there telling you what gear you're in. So obviously you guys are probably not going to be able to hear it, because what I'm trying to do is like get some kind of configuration where I could put a mic over by the exhaust, but until then you're probably not going to be able to hear it. I'm going to drop down 2 gears. It gets to fishtailing, man. This thing's got some power. Not so much power, 312 horsepower. It's got a little bit of torque, because I dropped it from 4th to 2nd and gunned it, and you could just tell it wants to get sideways just a little bit. So we'll be careful. It's also very wet and cold out. Alright, so what I wanted to mention driving this car when I'm used to my BRZ, the steering feels very, very light. Although that sounds like a pro, all the reviews you'll see on the BRZ is that great steering wheel, it's nice and heavy but not too heavy. This is light, and I think it kind of crosses over to a little bit too light, to where if you're driving a huge truck, the steering wheel is kind of meant to be light because it's such a heavy car, or truck, I mean. In a sports car, it's supposed to be a very tight steering wheel, very heavy steering wheel, and I think the BRZ is one of the best balances for that, because it's just such a perfectly balanced heavy steering wheel. This is very, very light to where it's a little bit too easy to move the steering wheel, you know. We'll go ahead and let these people go. But yeah, it's very light to where it's like I move it like this. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell, but I move it like this and the car's still going straight. In the BRZ, I'd be zigzagging in the lane. So it's a very tight steering wheel. Here, very, very loose. Yeah, I'm sure that's something that you get used to as well. But yeah, so I don't have a whole lot of experience driving this car. I drove it a couple times last year, but this is my first video I made on it. I know I made a video one time of my BRZ, about like my black BRZ, like last year, and this car was in the background. A lot of people commented, oh, you should make a video on the Chevy Camaro, so here we are. One thing that you guys are probably going to ask about as far as the outside of the car, the charcoal color is from Chevy, but the full length stripes were done at a dealership. So you could, I think you could have ordered the car with like stripes just on the hood and they wouldn't go all the way through. These stripes go all the way through, and it was just done at a dealership for extra. So that's kind of a cool thing I like about this car. You start seeing a lot of Camaros, all of a sudden. Well, it's actually kind of been like that, but you see a lot of Camaros, and there's not a whole lot of Camaros that kind of look different, and sometimes it's a bit much if they do some kind of mod or whatever. So I do like that there's full length stripes on this, and I think the color combination is pretty nice, with the wheels being silver, the stripes being silver, and then the car being charcoal. This isn't a review, so I'm not really going to go over some of the interior bits and functions and everything like that. It's just a simple driving impressions video. So yeah, let's see here. So yeah, this is a 2011 RS, like I mentioned. It has 27,000 miles on it. Overall, it's a pretty smooth ride. You know, it's comfortable. A lot more road noise than you hear in the BRZ, and the BRZ actually hears quite a bit of road noise. It's not like a Mercedes or BMW. That's pretty quiet in the cabin or anything like that. What I do like is when you get on this, what you really hear is the exhaust or the engine, whatever it is. It sounds great. So you get a sensation that you're in something like a little bit more, I don't know, you could say exotic or something like that, just because the BRZ, I love it for the visibility. You can see out of the thing very, very well. And in this thing, it's very, very low. You feel like you're kind of in a tank, and all that. I'm going to go ahead and turn in here. But yeah, this thing definitely feels a bit more, I don't know, it's got more clearance, but it just feels a bit lower. It just feels a bit, a little harder to drive, honestly, but yet you don't really get the driver's experience you do in a manual transmission, so that'd be interesting to try in this car. But well, yeah, other than that, it's actually pretty fun to drive, especially when you know the power's there. In fact, I kind of lost traction down there, as you saw. So overall, let me just pull over here. I do like the transmission in here. You don't have to downshift. It's still an automatic even in the manual mode. So we're going to go ahead and just put it in regular drive, and we're just going to go ahead and drive back. Ooh, I see a Scion FRS or BRZ, whatever it is. Let's go catch it. But yeah, this thing sounds good. I'll give it that. I really like the sound of this. So we're just on regular drive mode. We're just going to drive it like a normal car. See how comfortable it is. Ooh, already lost a little bit of traction. I didn't even get on it there. So that's just because it's cold outside, and I don't know, all the things combined. This thing wants to lose traction. So it'll be kind of easy to do that. This car feels very, very wide. Again, I'm going to compare it with the BRZ. The BRZ is a very, very small, narrow car. This thing's, as far as height, it's a bit taller, but in length, it's a lot longer. And it's really wide. I feel like I'm crossing over the yellow and scraping the rail to the right of me at the same time. So it just feels like a wider car. In the BRZ, you feel like you could zigzag within the same lane, you know. So yeah, this isn't a review or comparison video, but I ended up comparing it a couple times to the BRZ. I don't know. There's a lot to think about if you're stuck between both of those cars. I personally like the BRZ, obviously, or else I wouldn't have got it. But yeah, this thing feels very, very wide. But I don't know. It's definitely got a little. It's definitely got more power than the BRZ. That's for sure. It's only got 112 horsepower more, but just from getting on it, even in automatic, traction control being on, you feel it. The traction control's been on. I'm on the full automatic mode right now, and just pulling out of there, you hear the tires spinning. That's a mixture that it's really cold outside, the roads are very wet, and the tires are really cold. So obviously it's a bit easier to do that now, but I can only imagine what this car will do if you pop it in manual, take the traction off, and on conditions like this, sure it'll get sideways quite often. Kind of like the Jeff Gordon video you saw, the one that has a lot of controversy on being fake or not, where he has like the Pepsi commercial where he's doing donuts and stuff like that with the test drive or the dealership guy, the salesperson. That was in the same car. I think that one was a 2010 or something like that. I forgot what the year was, but it was a Camaro RS. It's kind of funny that I was comparing this car to my BRZ, and then right in front of us is the Scion FRS. But yeah, you could just tell from the Scion, he's got about 2 feet to his left until the yellows, and then about 3 feet to the right until he's at the curb. But yeah, you know what? Since I do have access to both of these cars, it would be interesting to bring a comparison video. Since I have the BRZ and then this RS, I could do a video with anytime. So it'll be interesting. I could do a comparison video one of these days. And I would also like to hear you guys, your guys' opinion on this car. If you guys would like to see a review, I could definitely do that. The weather is obviously not in my favor, but when the weather gets good, I can do a little bit more in depth. I won't go too in depth because I just don't know this car, and I could try to study it. But I can definitely bring you guys another video over this car when the weather is in my favor. But yeah, until then, we just went down this road in manual mode, and it's honestly pretty fun. Again, the things I'm kind of picking at it with is just because they're so good in the BRZ, it seems worse in here. This car is actually pretty fun to drive. It's a very, I'd imagine it's a pretty solid car. It's 27,000 miles so far. Not giving a whole lot of problems. I'm hearing a little rattling here and there, so I don't know what that is. Probably little cosmetic things. Overall, this car actually, I wouldn't imagine, just because I see so many Camaros, and I see this one every day, but I wouldn't imagine they turn heads. But so far, maybe it's just because it's a different car than I'm used to, but I had my black BRZ. Nobody really turned heads unless they were in a Mitsubishi Evo or WRX or another Scion or whatever, but the average person never really looked at it. I got the BRZ Series Blue and white with all the STI bits, and people started looking a little bit more. And so far what I'm noticing here, I'm driving this Camaro, and people are noticing this one quite a bit actually. It's a really good looking car. The RS is outfitted with these halo lights, which hopefully will still be on when I park. But we'll go down where we just were. I'll park the car and I'll get out, and hopefully the lights are still on. But yeah, overall it's actually a pretty fun car. I do like, I would like to try the manual transmission. I'd ultimately probably like it better. But these little paddle shifters are pretty cool. In fact, they'll hold the gear for a while. They won't really override it once you click it. But then if you forget to downshift and you're braking, it'll downshift for you. So it's a pretty cool transmission. I like it. And again, sounds really good. I would like to demonstrate it, but I'm afraid I'd lose traction in the wrong spot. But it sounds good. Plus, you guys could probably barely hear it because I'm filming with GoPros. Yeah, very, very cool car. Alright, we're almost down here. So, again, guys, I just wanted to bring you this video because, I mean, this car's been in my driveway, and I haven't uploaded any videos with it. So, just to let you guys know, I had the access to this car to make more videos on. So if you guys would like to see this video, I'm sure the owner would let me. Thank you, Valerie. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and park down here. That should do it right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and park. go ahead and turn this GoPro off. And hopefully the halo lights are still on there. Hopefully people are gonna think I'm an idiot with a GoPro on my head. I don't really know how to turn the lights on here. Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, let's see here. Oh, well, the lights are not on. Again, it'd probably be helpful if I made a full review on this car. But yeah, until then, guys, I just want to make a little driving video of the car. So if you guys have any recommendations on what else I can do with this car, or how you'd like to see it in a review or whatever comparison, I would be more than happy to. So until then, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.